How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today, I'm going to be ranking every Alien movie from worst to best. So without further ado, let's just get on into this. So, at number 8, I have Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. This is awful. This is really bad, and something about this movie just feels super off, and it could be that it's just, very poorly written, very poorly acted, and, just is a bad movie in general. Anyways, moving on to number 7 is Alien Resurrection, which isn't much better than Requiem, but I still think it's very bad. I mean, yeah, it's not a good movie. I wasn't even paying attention while watching this the first time around, and then I rewatched it, and then I realized, oh wait, even if you are paying attention, this movie just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, there's that. Next, I have AVP, the first one, much better than Requiem in my opinion. This still isn't a great film. I do think it has a lot of issues, and I think it takes a little bit to get going. Like the first hour of this film or so is like kind of boring. There's some cool lore aspects to this, and like I kind of respect that in some degree because it's just like cool, I guess, in my opinion. But the Alien films have always sort of carried themselves in a bit more of a serious tone compared to the Predator films, so the two tones don't really mesh that well in this movie. Anyways, moving on to my number 5 spot, I have Alien 3. Now, this movie really is bad because of the studio interference. I think it would have been a lot better if David Fincher kind of wanted to do his own thing. And there is a bunch of different scripts written for this film, I believe, or basically just a bunch of different things that they had planned for this movie. And they never really fulfilled that. And all in all, I don't think this movie's like the worst film ever made, but it's not that great either. I mean, it's pretty bad. And Alien Resurrection, the sequel after this movie, just makes this film kind of irrelevant because I would say Ripley's death is kind of cool. I mean, it could have been handled a lot better in my opinion, but it's still like, oh, this is, a good way to cap off the Alien trilogy, kind of, almost. And then Resurrection ruined that slightest bit of hope that I had for this film, or the, you know, it ruined the only good part of this movie, I would say, in my opinion. But anyway, moving on to number 4, I have Alien Covenant, the newest Alien film as of now. And this is a pretty good sequel to Prometheus overall. I like that it very much feels connected to that film. And these Alien prequels, I guess if you want to call them that, these new sets of Alien films that they've been making are pretty cool. I really like the direction they've taken them. They are very they kind of take themselves serious, even though they have just crazy, wacky ideas, and that this level of science fiction is just very crazy. But at the same time, this movie in particular just kind of makes the Alien universe bigger in its own way, and really fleshes it out more. But I still don't think it's as good as Prometheus, obviously. But anyway, moving on to number 3 is Aliens. Hot take? I don't know. I know basically you're either an Alien fan or an Aliens fan. That's what I've heard anyway. I guess I'm more of an Alien fan, but I love Aliens. I mean, this is miles better than Covenant in my opinion, but it's only number 3. Anyways, yeah, Aliens, it's fun. It's basically an action movie at this point. It's a science fiction action film, which I guess what I kind of liked about the first Alien film, when we get to that, is that it was more it just kind of self-contained, and I guess it was more horrific than anything that was action packed like this movie is. Anyway, moving on to number 2 is Prometheus. Yeah, I really like this movie. It's not a perfect movie. I have issues with it, but it's kind of really interesting. And when you forget that it's an Alien movie, it's even better in my opinion. But I mean, by a standalone film, it's really good. And for an Alien movie, I don't think it personally ruins anything that the franchise has already created. I mean, Alien Resurrection already ruined the franchise. AVP kind of ruined the franchise as well. The franchise has already sort of been ruined. So for people to say Prometheus kind of ruined it, I don't know, man. I mean, it's pretty good. It just adds more lore aspects to the overall universe and takes itself seriously as well, which is something I appreciate. And yeah, it's just a really interesting science fiction movie overall. Anyway, at number one, of course, I have Alien, the original 1979 film. I love this movie. It's a classic. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I mean, if you watch this video, I already spoiled stuff for you if you haven't seen any of these movies, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, it's just a good movie overall, and there's nothing really else to say other than that. But yeah, that's my ranking for all the Alien films. Make sure to leave yours down in the comments below. I want to hear which movies are your favorite in this franchise, which movies do you absolutely hate. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Boop.